Hi, today we're doing ponytail. We're doing my baby's ponytail, and I've ponytailed most of the back, just one more left at the back. So watch how it's not me actually doing the ponytail, it's my salon though, so I'm the one doing the voiceover. So watch how one of my girls does her hair, and she actually holds her hair a bit too tight. And I feel like that'll be neat for her and it will last longer for her, because if you're used to my channel, it's a problem for me to do her hair. Her hair gets rough in a minute. In a week, I have to take it out. So I just decided to be doing her hair every week and not adding extension. But you can see that she's adding extensions, 2 small pieces throughout the base, and then at the end, she'll add a third one, so that there's a long end, or so that it's more beautiful, or so it's more glamorous, so that it's just long and it's curled at the end. So it just looks good. That's why she's adding it. So I was saying that I think it was a bit too tight, although my daughter didn't complain, but you can see. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about how tight it is, because it needs to be a bit tight so that it can last longer, since her hair doesn't ever last. But I feel like it might be too tight. Maybe my daughter can't say it's tight, or I don't know what's wrong, because if I take out this hair and I see that it pulled out her hair, man, it will be crazy. So I would have to teach the girl to do it a bit loose, because I asked her to do it a bit loose later on. I never put my eyes on her when she was doing this. I just let her do her thing. So, but I discovered it was a bit tight at the end when she was done. So let's just go on with the video, apart from that one about being tight. And then I'm noticing in this video that the gel she's adding seems a bit much, man. I didn't keep an eye on her at all, and I feel like that gel is a bit much. Not as if I'm complaining or criticizing her work, but if I were to be doing it, I'll put a lot less gel. But then, guys, I don't do her hair anymore. I'm tired. Her hair is frustrating. So I let them do her hair most of the time. But sometimes I get to do it myself. So she has put this middle part, because I want her to do straight cornrows, as in straight up. So she had to put the middle part and then part the one she's holding into 5 and part the other side into 5, and then equal to the back, because the back is 4 on each side. So it would be 10 plus 8, that's 18 braids at the end of the day will be on her head, 18 cornrows at the end of the day. So let's just watch her do her work. So she's trying to put a part. I don't know if that's for 2 braids on this side and 5 on the other side. Okay, I think it's 4 on the other side and 1. That's 5. It was seeming a bit big when she was cutting it from the other angle. Now it seems like the size I really want, or the size she's doing, it will be equal to the size at the back. So she has to shine the part so that it looks good. And that's, you see, the gel is too much. Gosh, please. She kept it back. Even the one she still put is a bit much. And that Shine and Jam, the orange jar, it's very nice. I swear by it. That's all I use in my salon. That one and African Pride braid and lock gel. I think that's the name. I use that one for lock. It's way thicker. It's a really thick consistency, so it stays for the lock way more than anything else. And I don't always put cream on lock. If your lock has locked already and I just want to relock, I just use my comb to sharpen the edges and use Shine and Jam, because it doesn't need anything to keep it locked. But if it hasn't and it needs something to keep it together, I don't use wax. No. I just put this gel that is African Pride lock and braid gel. Yeah, I don't know why I'm calling it like that. I'm just crazy. So she added extension, and I couldn't believe she added extension, because she added so little, very small. And I have to say this again, the braid is a bit tight. So my daughter was still carried for 2 weeks though. No wahala, no problem. She's not complaining. She didn't say her head was anything. She just said, she didn't say anything, in fact. I asked her if it was tight. She said it's not tight. And I don't think she has a laptop. I always try to give her a laptop. See how she's looking. I always try to give her a laptop, but she forgot it today. So we have to do her hair like that without the laptop. And I'm guessing she's amazing. She sat down and she's doing everything. Because I know some kids that will really cry. Although their scalp is always hurting, with her, she doesn't have any pain at all. And I was like that too growing up, so she looks like me. I was like that. Once my mom got me food to eat and asked me to sit down, I would sit for the whole day. When they are doing a million braids, or I don't even know how they call that style, because my cornrows were really, really small, because the lady doing my hair lived very far from me, and my mom would have to drive all the way to her place. So she never wanted to be driving every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. I think I used to carry my hair for close to 6 weeks to 2 months, and it would be very, very neat. So I don't know what's happening to my daughter's hair that is always getting so rough easy. So that's why I'm in for this tight braid, so that I see if it would work or if it pulls out her hair. I hope it doesn't pull out her hair. Although I won't put her through this stress again of doing tight braids for her. It's too much. Her head will now be held a certain way. Although she didn't hold her head a certain way, you can see that she's okay. She's just looking at herself in the mirror and everything is fine. She's not troubled at all. So let's just keep braiding. And you can see how open the part line is. You can see how greasy it is. It's that open because I blow dried her hair myself. I washed her hair. I took out the other cornrows by myself. I washed it by myself, and then I treated it by myself, and then I blow dried it by myself. The emphasis is on by myself, because my girl is braiding her hair now. You people will come for me and say things like, how can you let your girl blow dry her hair? How come you didn't? Oh, how can you let your girl do her cornrows? How come you didn't do the cornrows yourself? Babe, I'm tired. I've been standing all day, and I already said it in the other video, the video where I washed and blow dried her hair. She was the first. She came in at 8 o'clock in the morning. We resumed together actually, and then I did her wash treatment, her takedown treatment and wash, and I oiled her scalp and I left her alone. This was at about 4 o'clock in the evening, because she stayed with me in the shop all day. So this was at about 4 o'clock. That's when they were rolling her hair. So I didn't have the power. Please excuse me. You the best mother. You can win that award. So leave me alone, please, and don't come for me. Just let me be. I'm a tired mother. Don't worry. I know I'm very lazy. Don't worry. Just let it slide, please. Don't come for me. Let's just enjoy this video the way it is. Just like her hairstyle. Please, just like her hairstyle and get on with your day. I'm crazy. Just like her hairstyle and do whatever. Just like her hairstyle. Or if you don't like it, you don't like it, and move on. Don't come and say, oh, how can you do this or how can you do that? Don't just say anything. Oh, I already said there were 5 in front. I think there are 6. This is the third one, which means she parted it into 2. That's what she did. She parted this section, this quarter, her head, from ear to the middle of her scalp, and then from her ear to the middle of her forehead to the ponytail was divided into 2. And this is the third one in front, and then 3 more will be on top, so that it's equal. I was wondering how she could have put 5 in, but I can put 5 in, but probably she didn't know how she would put 5 in. That's why she tried to put 6, because 6 is an even number, which means 6 can be divided by 2. So if she divides that half, if she divides the whole quarter into 2, she can do 3 on this side and do 3 on the other side. Unlike if she does 1, unlike if she goes and does 1, does 2, does 3, does 4, and then does 5. That one will be a bit confusing for someone who really doesn't know their rows around, or someone who's talking and she's not really focused. She would have a hard time, because this is what I would have done if I were busy and I'm still doing the cornrows. I'd rather do 6 and do them equally than do 5 and then they are not equal. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's easier to do 6 than to do 5, because with 6, you just divide it into 2 and then divide each half into 2. That's 3 on this side and 3 on that side. But if you do that into 5, there's no way you can divide it into 2. And I don't think you can divide it into anything, because it's not divisible by anything. 5 is not divisible by anything. So you might as well just start by parting the hair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 5 places. That would just be your best bet. So here she's parting out the 6th line and then holding this side into 2. And then I'm guessing that she will come back and part this side into 2 after putting gel on that one. So let's see what she does. I've noticed what she's doing, because for me, I would say you should use the other end of the comb. It's really, really faster. But I tried to do what she's doing, because she told me that, she didn't tell me she can't do it. She can do it, and she started doing it, but she told me that this side makes it sharper than the other side. So I tried it one time and I'm like, oh, okay, it's actually sharper. The side that has just a single comb, a smaller comb, as opposed to the rat tail side. As opposed to the rat tail side of the comb, she uses the actual side that is the comb to part. And it pretty much makes it clean. But because I like speed, I like to go fast, I rather use the rat tail side to part the whole section out, and then use it to go back in and pat it out after I have put the gel. But if you're using the comb side of it would be like small. You have to be taking it small. But if you use the rat tail side, the tail side, you can pat the whole thing out. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Hope I'm not just teaching myself. So that's what she's doing now. I think she has finished this half and she's doing the second half. So right now she's done with this half and she's parting the other end, the other half, or rather the other quarter. She's done and I take over oiling the scalp. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm rubbing my hands in. And here I'm going to show you how to put the extra woven hair into her head, how to wrap it around the ends. You see there's an extra piece that I've braided. I soaked it in hot water, dragged it out, dried it, and then put the ponytail into, put an elastic on the ponytail and put a pin through the hair and lock it in her hair. Then I twirl the two parts of the ponytail around her hair, the two parts of the braided end. This braid is extra, not one of the braids on her head, and is normally bigger than her hair. So I have twirled one side right until it finished, and now I'm going to twirl this side left until it's done. So this piece of braid is normally bigger than the hair that I'm doing. And I think if I were to be doing it on a client, I'll use more pins to hold it. But since I'm doing it on her, I can always do it again and again in the mornings. And I don't think it has even come out, and it's been about 4 days. And I doubt it if it will come out ever. So, but if it was a client, I'll have to secure it down, you know. So that's the style. That's it. I pray it doesn't get rough in a week. Even though, what can I do?